Two white ducks, one from America, one from Canada. It was a bright winter morning. The sun had just risen over the lake, and a thin mist floated over the water. As if a painter had brushed dreams across the surface. In the middle of the calm blue water, two white ducks glided gracefully. One was from America, her name was Bella. The other was from Canada, her name was Lily. Bella, the American duck. Ah, Lily, this air is freezing. How do you even survive in such cold? My feathers feel like icicles. Lily, the Canadian duck. Haha, you Americans always start with a complaint. Here in Canada, the cold is part of our blood. We don't fight the winter, we befriend it. Bella, befriend it. I think winter is a test from the heavens. Back home, the moment the temperature drops, everyone hides under blankets. With hot coffee and Netflix. Lily, and we go out sliding on ice, playing hockey, and laughing. Cold doesn't scare us, it reminds us we're alive. The water shimmered as the sun climbed higher. The ducks swam closer to the golden light, their white feathers glowing like pearls. Bella, tell me, Lily, don't you ever want to leave this lake? The world is huge. I've heard the South is warm and full of colors. Lily, of course I do, sometimes. But peace isn't in distance, Bella, it's in belonging. In Canada, trees are quiet, people are kind, and the weather is honest. When snow says, I'm coming, it truly comes. In your America, even the seasons argue before changing. Bella, smiling, oh really, now you're beating us in politics too. Our politics may be loud, but our dreams are huge. We dream of success, fame, fortune. You dream of calm, we dream of power. Lily, yes, and that's why your sky is always noisy. Every duck flies alone, every flight is personal. We, on the other hand, fly together, slower, but united. That's the difference between you and me. For a moment, silence filled the air. A flock of birds passed overhead in a perfect V shape. The two ducks watched quietly as they disappeared into the clouds. Bella, you know, sometimes I wonder, we're all just birds, aren't we? Then why did humans build borders between us? When I fly here, they say, an American duck. When you fly south, they call you, a Canadian visitor. Lily, yes, humans built borders, but the wind is still free. No one can cage the water. We ducks just need direction, not walls. Bella, if only humans understood that. If only they realized that the world is one big lake. With different shores, but the same water. The ducks floated toward the bank. An old fisherman sat there, tossing crumbs into the lake. He smiled when he saw them. Both ducks began nibbling happily. Lily, that old man comes here every morning, no matter the weather. He says, the ducks cleanse my soul. Do people like him exist in America? Bella, a few, but very few. People who still talk to nature. Who measure worth in kindness, not money. But truthfully, Lily, our world runs fast. So fast that sometimes, we forget ourselves. Lily, speed is good, but without peace, it becomes gasping for breath. We Canadians are slower, but steady. We care more for the journey than the destination. Bella looked down at her reflection in the water. The sky's blue merged with the white of her feathers. It felt like she was staring into her own soul. Bella, Lily, aren't you ever afraid? Winter nights here are long. Snow covers everything. Don't you feel lonely? Lily, I do. But loneliness is not a curse, it's a teacher. It lets us hear our own hearts. When spring comes, its joy feels more real because of that silence. Your America is full of light, Bella. But few there truly know what darkness feels like. We've learned to find light within the dark. Bella, softly, maybe that's why your eyes are so gentle. From the far end of the lake, some ducks were making noise. A migrating flock, flying south. Bella watched them, and her feathers trembled with restlessness. Bella, I want to go with them. Warm waters, soft winds, a new world waiting for me. Lily, and I will stay here. This snow is my soil. This silence is my prayer. Every soul has its own heaven, Bella. Yours lies in motion, mine, in stillness. Bella was quiet for a while. Then she said softly, Bella, you speak like the northern wind, Lily, cold, yet full of truth. Maybe our worlds are different, but our hearts beat in the same rhythm. You seek peace, I seek experience. You live in the lake, I live in the river. But in the end, both of us need water, right? Lily, smiling, exactly. Water is the true homeland of every duck. Borders are just excuses for waves. The wind grew colder. The sun began to sink behind the mountains. Bella spread her wings and looked up at the sky. Bella, if I don't make it back, Lily. Remember me every spring, when the snow melts and the lake turns blue again. Lily. And I'll remember you every winter, when the lake freezes and I wish an old friend would return with the southern winds. Bella flapped her wings, scattering drops of water into the golden light. Then she rose higher and higher, heading south. Lily watched her until she vanished among the clouds. Then Lily looked up at the sky and whispered, "Perhaps that's the real beauty of friendship. That no matter the distance, the feeling remains." After that, the lake went quiet again. But in that silence lay a truth. That these two white ducks were not just creatures of two countries, but symbols of two souls. One that finds life in motion, and the other that finds peace in stillness. The end.